Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we'll be rebuilding our wrecked 670cc off-road buggy. I wrecked this thing in May, and since then I've been inspired to turn this thing into something epic. Now in the first video of this build, I promised that if I get 3,000 likes, I was going to install nitrous, and it got double that. So that just really inspired me to take this build to a whole nother level. Now I have decided that instead of nitrous, we will be turbocharging this thing. So we're basically building the ultimate budget 50 horsepower rock crawler. Basically a poor man's Polaris Razor. Now this video was filmed over 2 months. In the first part of this video, I could not even walk. Now as the video progresses, you can see I start walking, I start moving around faster. This has been a huge roller coaster for me, but anyways guys, let's stop talking and get right into this build, so stay tuned. So check this out, guys. And it yanked this ball joint right out of the spindle. There's the spindle. Here are our new A-arms and spindle. As you can see, the old parts are very bent up and messed up. And that's all done. There's the bumper bar. So we are gonna have to either fix this or make a new one, but I got some ideas. So the impact did push the frame back a little bit, but that's not really gonna affect anything. We can honestly just leave it like that as a reminder, or we can fix it. I don't know, guys, let me know. The time has come. Let's go ahead and pull the cover and get ready to unleash this beast. We got both of the shocks off, so now let's go ahead and drop this subframe. Beautiful. Our boy Danny TV over here.
Mount these tires up.
Dang.
Woo.
Wow, check that out. We just threw in the new wheels and tires. These are 26-inch all-terrain tires. You can actually buy this whole setup right now for under 500 bucks, brand new, which I think that's a pretty crazy good deal. Yeah, check that out. That is a huge difference. It doesn't get too muddy around here. No sand dunes, mostly just rocky terrain. So these are the perfect tires. However, this setup isn't perfect. We have 3 problems, so let me show you. Now these wheels actually have a lip right here, so I am running them backwards, but it actually doesn't look too bad, and that is the perfect offset. Since these wheels are so big and heavy, I think this added 140 pounds to the buggy. My main concern is the wheels ripping the hubs straight off the axles. Theoretically, with this offset, it shouldn't be a problem, but if we go crazy and stick them out, then yeah, that could be a problem. So as you can see, we got limited steering. What we can do is clearance that, or extend our A-arms, which I think that's what I'm going to do, extend the A-arms. The front brakes is also another concern. Just look how small they are. Speed is not going to be my top priority. What I want is pulling power. Unlike motorcycle engines, the 670 is perfect for this because it has a very wide power band and it has 50 foot-pounds of torque from like an instant. You can't lug motorcycle engines. For what I plan to do, the 670 V-twin is the perfect engine choice. Max speed we'll ever see is probably around 35. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my front brakes because we'll be pushing around 50 horsepower. For stock, they were pretty good. These are 5-inch rotors. I want to get them oversized to about 8 or 9 inches. We're going to take them off, send them to a machine shop, and fingers crossed, hopefully they can replicate it. So we got our rotors, front and rear. We want the front ones to be at least this big, and the rear ones is going to be a few inches bigger. So stay tuned, guys. So this rear suspension is way too stiff, even with the engine in. Let me show you. This is all my strength. That was only about 2 inches of travel. This thing just drives and doesn't absorb anything. So I'd like there to be much softer suspension. And with the power levels I'm going to run, the softer suspension could also assist in wheelies. Say if I installed a clutch, I could dump it and it would squat down and pop the front up. So that's the idea, guys. We're going to make it much softer. Go Power Sports actually sent us some shocks. The coils are a little bit thinner, so they should be softer. Some of you might say I should just move the pivot points back, but that's going to lift the rear up way too high for the front. The rear is already higher than the front. We're going to weld some tabs right here, and it's basically going to put the shocks at a mechanical disadvantage, and hopefully it'll give us the perfect amount of travel, softness, but not too high of a ride height. So I got the new suspension installed. I'll give it my full go. That is much better. It's still a tiny bit on the stiff side, but once we put our engine in and sit down in it, it should be perfect. Now big thanks to Mike from Moto Mule for cutting me out some custom front rotors with my name engraved. These are almost as big as the rear rotors, so there's the puny stock rotor and our massive 8-inch rotor. Yeah, just check out how true they are. Only a few thousandths of up and down play. And they're not even tight. So we're finally getting closer and closer to putting this thing back together. I'm going to go ahead and drop the axle, change out our sprockets, and we can finally go ahead and put our built Predator 670 engine in. So I got my built 670 motor in. If you've missed that video, go ahead and check it out right here. Now guys, I really appreciate your concern. Some of you pointed out that it's really dangerous running with the stock flywheel and the stock rods. I never said I was gonna leave it like that. Once I get close to getting this buggy finished, I will probably pull the motor and upgrade the rods and the flywheel. I want everyone right now to go message Performance 670. Tell them to send me some rods and the flywheel. You know, because your boy's trying to be safe. So I'm going to go ahead and put the wheels on and wrap this thing up. Thank you for watching, guys. I have lots of epic stuff planned with this buggy, and also my other builds like the CR500, the KX250, and I have a top secret project upcoming, so stay tuned for that. But again, big thanks to the YouTuber by the name of Moto Mule. Be sure to check him out. I'll have a link in the description. A very talented guy building some awesome stuff for his kids, so go check him out. Also, big thanks to GoPowersports.com for supporting this build. So stay tuned for the next episode. I got something very special planned. Now don't expect this thing to be done in the next video. I am going to take my time with this build and make sure everything is right and perfect. But guys, I have to see you in the next video. Browse all my other videos, stay tuned, and God bless.